Another law was law of constant proportion. According to this law, in a chemical substance, various elements are always in a fixed ratio by mass. For example, we may take water from any source, there will always be hydrogen and oxygen in it, and in the ratio of 1:8. For example, you can take 9 grams of water or say maybe 36 grams of water. In this case, 1 gram will be hydrogen and 8 grams will be oxygen. In this case, 4 gram will be hydrogen and 32 gram will be oxygen. In either case, the ratio remains same, 1:8. So, any amount of water, any source of water, it will always be made up of same elements and in same ratio. Now, there was another scientist called Dalton. He also experimented and then he reached certain points which he called as atomic theory. So, he gave us the Dalton's atomic theory. According to this theory, the first and the foremost point is that all elements, all substances are made up of the smallest particle which cannot be further divided, the indivisible particle, and he called it an atom. All substances are made up of very small indivisible particles. Called atoms. So, everything, whether living or non-living, everything is made up of atom. And as per Dalton, today we know that is not true. The atom cannot be further divided. Second thing he said was, all atoms of an element are identical in what? In mass and properties. Now, what does this mean? This means that if you take the case of oxygen, now the given amount of oxygen will not have only one atom of oxygen, but all the atoms will have same properties, same characters, and they will be having same mass. For example, say you can take the case of a family. All the members of that family will have some common features, right. So, we can immediately identify that okay, this person belongs to this family. So, similarly, in element also it is not possible that some atoms would be different. There is a variation to this also, but we will come to that later. Thirdly, what he said was that atoms of different elements naturally will have different mass and different properties. Atoms of different elements have different mass and properties. Now, let us explain this point. For example, if we will take the atom of hydrogen and that of oxygen, their mass will also be different and their properties will also be different. We know mass of hydrogen is 1, that of oxygen is 16. Hydrogen is combustible and oxygen is a supporter of combustion. So, that means their properties, their features, their mass, everything will be different. Like members of different family are different and members of same family are same. Next thing, just like mass, atoms can also neither be created nor destroyed. Neither be created or destroyed or transformed. When we were talking about water, we saw that there was a ratio of 1:8. Now, both the figure 1 and 8, they are which numbers? Whole number, and the number is also small. So, the fifth point is that the elements combine of a compound are in a ratio of small whole numbers. Example, water 1:8. Lastly, the elements combine in a fixed ratio to form a compound. The advantage, or you can say this atomic theory was able to explain the two laws of chemical combination, that is law of conservation of mass and law of definite or constant proportion. Now, because atom cannot be created or destroyed, naturally mass will remain same. Similarly, because they always combine in a ratio of whole numbers which remain same, so that is why whatever the source of water or whatever the source of carbon dioxide and so on, the constituents will also remain same, that is the elements, and their ratio will also remain same. So, with the help of atomic theory, these laws could be explained and also some other laws could be predicted.